Good evening, all. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for April 27th, 2023, and the time just after 6:20 p.m. Central Time. Well, we knew we were going to start off in the stock market on an up note. We had seen great things out of Meta, and it exploded, and I mean exploded. I think something like it carried Mr. Zuckerberg's wealth up $10 billion or something I was hearing. Bill Gates has been doing great as Microsoft's been on a tear. So the tech company's doing well, but we saw problems with Amazon late in the day. Not quite the pretty story that it could have been. A little bit of problems through there. GDP came out, and on the GDP number, you only grew 1.1% for the quarter. Now, what the naysayers love to do is they will dig in and rip things out so they can find the positives to it. And what they said is, hey, factories aren't spending. They're letting people go. They're not spending on research, development, equipment, and so on. They're cutting into the inventory. So if you add that back, you're really over a 3.5% growth for that quarter. Okay, that gets them going on one side. But no one pays attention that unemployment claims fell and continuing claims, initial and net. Doesn't mean anything. You don't want to pay attention to that. That'd be a negative. So the market takes off in the stock market. Why not? You got down to areas that were getting somewhat oversold, evening up in front of the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, and the naysayers will say they'll throw in the towel. It's a 25 basis point hike. It doesn't matter. The Fed's going to be one and done, and by the end of the year, they'll be having to cut interest rates because the economy will be tanking. And then on the positive side with GDP, now it's really 1.1%, and you go the other way. Does this make sense to you? Everybody wants to be the first guy on the block to own the stock market. That's what it boils down to. Now, as that goes, that's a headwind to gold because you're going to get most likely a 25 basis point hike on Wednesday. That's the first headwind. But the positive for the gold is inflation isn't breaking down. And without inflation breaking down, gold story is the one that it can latch onto. The Ukraine story kicked it up for a brief moment in time. A flash in the pan came down. It's inflation that is actually doing the markets good, and that's why you're hanging at that 2,000 level. When we look at a weekly chart of gold, it is up for the week 0.8%. It's up $16 for the week. The market has been sitting here and narrowing in the trading range. I went through that with you yesterday. The pattern is bearish temporarily. You have lower highs, lower lows. The market has fought a battle a good 2 weeks at the 18-day average of closes. So where do you think the support came in? Look at the lower Bollinger Band. Look at the low of the market through there. Let's take you to that so you can get an idea how close they were. The low today, 1982. What's the Bollinger Band bottom today? 1981.60. Need I say more? You're getting a little bounce. Okay. But the trend is down, the bias is down, and you've hit your downside target. You can hit it again, and you are oversold. You're not locking in a bear trend. If you did, the possibility of 1921 is there. There's no reason to be long yet on this chart that I'm seeing at least, and there's no reason to be short because you're so oversold. When I go to the gold-silver ratio, where did you go? You ran to the 18-day average of closes, and you ran out of the momentum to the upside. So is silver going to grab some traction here? By the way, before I go on to that, if you like what you see here, do me a favor, please. Give me that thumbs up. And boy, by the way, if you like joining us in the morning in my morning subscriber videos, you'll see the join button there. Give it a click and learn all about that. All right. So in the July silver, you've come down, didn't quite get close enough to the Bollinger Band. I really wanted to see if it could hit it. You had lost the embedded reading back here, and we were expecting the market to come down. Now, the bigger story as to what's going on is how big the Bollinger Bands are narrowing in. That means volatility is typically coming out of the market. Then from there, the market tries to build a story. You can see you get these events that happen where volatility comes out, and then the market builds on a story. That's what's the market in the beginning stages of right now. In the copper market, as long as China stays weak, there's problems for this. I just literally 5 minutes ago Read a story on the yuan about the seasonal weakness this time of the year, why the yuan is going to drop probably down to the 6.9 level. The whole story on it seems to make sense to me. So if that's coming down, what happens is that's really not that bullish here. And, the Chinese government likes sometimes a cheaper currency to make their goods to the point where they're more attractive. That happens. The pattern here, you've got lower highs. I think you got lower highs, lower lows. I forgot to put that arrow back there. I'm going to do it right after today so that I do that. But it's in a downtrend. Once you lost the embedded reading, see that right here where you lost it? Momentum broke. And momentum locks in whenever you have an embedded reading. I call embedded when the blue and the red lines are going a certain amount of time over the 80 level. It's lost when the red line closes back under the 80 zone. And that often leads to price and a main moving average coming together before you go up and you make a new high. It doesn't mean you'll even go to the new high, but you've broken the momentum in the market. And that's what I think is going on right now here. I'm looking for price and momentum to come together. All right? You are correcting an overbought condition. In the palladium, you had been overbought. You went back to the 18-day average. You're still fighting it, but the trend is clearly down. Lower highs, lower lows, bias down, and you're not in oversold condition. You've opened the door for more. If you get back over 1527.50, you negate it. The battleground's clear to me. It's the 18-day average at 1509.10. And since the bears have control of the market via the swing line with lower highs, lower lows, and under that number, they'll defend it, I think, at that level up to that 1527.50. In the dollar index, the time to have covered shorts, and I said this to you 2 days ago, was the first challenge of the Bollinger Band. You stay within them, and I pointed this out time and time again, 95% of the time. So you've come back to the 18-day average. There's nothing bullish on this chart. You still have lower highs, lower lows. It's hard to want to get involved for me right in front of an FOMC meeting, but if push came to shove, I'm bearish. Stops over the 101.85.5 level, looking to see if the market can go back to the Bollinger Band again. Think of this like a pinball machine. You're in the market, you trade, bing, you win. You tilted the machine, it goes back up, and it resets when it hits that 18-day average. That's the way that I view it. We talk about all this in detail, the grain markets, how the big break is happening right now, weather events that are going on, what's going on with the energy markets here, why the pullback in them. We talk about this at length in our Linn reports. We probably write, 100 reports a day, I'm guessing. You pick the ones you want. Let's assume you only want stuff on stock indices. We can help you with just the financials. You want everything, we give it. Spreads, option strategies, cash strategies in the marketplace. Why are they so important even if you're an ETF stock market trader? Because a lot of ETFs are based on all this. So you want to understand what's going on through there and catch the plays as best as you can in terms of your mindset. Got what I said? Mindset. Plus our special reports. Every day we're giving you some different charts and what we call price counts and where they're at, our top trades of the day. You get a lot of information. Our team, we got gray hair. We've been around this a long time. We know how to write, and we probably have more energy than people you've ever seen. And we're not all my age. There's a bunch of young guys in the company writing these reports as well, and gals, by the way. So I think you'll like what you see. How do you get this? Try it. It's free. Go to our website. Go to free trials. Move your cursor up here. Just there, you'll see the word free trial. Give it a click. Away you go. We'll put that in your email box. And if you'd like, we can even put it in our mobile app and offer you for free. So you get to try everything. Just sign up. We'll take it the rest of the way with you. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And watch the draft tonight. I'll be looking to see who the Bears are going to draft. Take care.